Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A Connecticut firefighter is dead after a tragic accident at the scene of a house fire. 60-year-old Ray Maro, a 35-year veteran of the Plainville Fire Department, was struck by a piece of fire equipment that broke off during the response. Hearts are heavy across the state tonight as we're learning more about the moments leading up to this line of duty death. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. This is a difficult night for the community in Plainville. Ray Maro served with honor for decades, and tonight he's being remembered as a hero. We have team coverage tonight. Fox 61's Stephen Reels has the latest from state police, who are leading the investigation into his death. And Tim Latow heard from people who knew him the best.
And we begin with Fox 61's Stephen Reels live outside Plainville Police Headquarters. Stephen, you were there when state police first announced Ray Maro had passed away. Take us through what we know at this point.
Well, Brent, Sarah, there was definitely a lot of raw emotion today here at the police department. A lot of tears from people who knew Maro the best. But we did learn about what caused him to die. It appears it wasn't because of the fire, and instead it might have actually been a piece of equipment that was meant to fight the fire. Now, Connecticut State Police say that this all started after the Plainville Fire Department responded to a house fire around 6:30 this morning, just a little bit before then. And that was on Mariah Road. Maro was standing near a fire apparatus at the time while crews fought the fire, and a piece of the fire truck on the scene broke free from that apparatus and hit Maro in the leg, which left what was only described during this press conference as catastrophic injuries to his leg. The firefighter was taken to a nearby hospital in New Britain, but he died later from his injuries during surgery. The news of Maro's death hit the community hard, and like you said, he had been spending decades at this department. He has worked here since the 90s and just celebrated the 35th anniversary this month. And now town leaders said that they want to make sure the department can take time to process the death of the 60-year-old.
He leaves a big hole for this community, and we will come together. Let the community be assured that we are covered with resources so that the men and women can grieve appropriately and that there is no shortage of service.
Now, no other injuries were reported from the fire, and the Red Cross is helping the family who was displaced by the fire on Mariah Road. At the moment, we still don't know what exactly caused the fire or what caused the piece of the fire truck to break off or what either pieces of equipment were involved in the incident. Of course, like you said at the top of the show, Connecticut State Police are heading the investigation, but today they said that there's not really a lot more information that they can tell us at this time because it's still in the beginning processes of this investigation. But they did tell us that this would likely be a very lengthy one and involve several different agencies. So, of course, as we learn more, we will give it to you on air and online. But for now, live in Plainville, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
All right, Stephen, thank you.
And as you just heard there, this is a loss that's hitting Plainville exceptionally hard.
Yeah, Ray Maro wasn't just a firefighter. He was also a Marine, a mentor, and a friend to many.
Fox 61's Tim Latow continues our team coverage with the outpouring of love from those who knew him.
Nothing like this has ever happened here.
Yeah.
So waking up to that, like a few minutes after it started, was just completely startling.
It only took minutes for this Plainville house to be engulfed in flames, a shocking sight rarely seen in the town of 17,000. The smoke is gone, but a cloud of confusion lingers following the line of duty death of firefighter Raymond Maro.
Finding out someone died 100 meters away from my house is that is another level of confusion.
Tributes are pouring in, with the Plainville Fire Department writing, quote, "During our operations, one of our firefighters sustained a fatal injury. Please keep the family in your thoughts, and we thank you all for the outpouring of support during our difficult time." And the Plainville Police Department says, quote, "We stand with the Plainville Fire Department as they mourn the loss of a member who made the ultimate sacrifice at a house fire earlier this morning."
More sad because knowing that it hits closer to home that a firefighter had passed away. And he was just trying to do his job, and he had a fortunate accident. Took his life.
As Connecticut State Police investigators continue to sift through charred debris, Maro's colleagues are laying wreaths and flowers on a fire engine decorated in his memory.
Ray was a decorated 35-year veteran of the Plainville Fire Department. Ray began his career with Plainville Fire in July of 1990. Ray has volunteered tens of thousands of hours to his community.
The tragedy leaves a house destroyed in a town not just in mourning, but in pain of a life laid down for another.
Nothing hurts more than the ultimate sacrifice that was witnessed in the town of Plainville here today.
That was Tim Leteau reporting, and we'll hear from him again in 20 minutes. We'll also hear more reaction from people in Plainville about this tragic loss, and we'll look back at Connecticut's long history of firefighters who've died in the line of duty. For now, we have more on Fox61.com, the free Fox 61 News app, and streaming 24/7 on Fox 61 Plus. All right, let's move on to the forecast now. We're under a weather impact alert ahead of a major warm-up tomorrow.
It's the start of another nasty heat wave. Meteorologist Sam Sampiri is here with the details. How nasty, Sam?
Well, just like the last heat wave we've had, guys, with heat indices reaching 95 to 105. It starts tomorrow, goes right through Wednesday. Heat advisory for everybody except Litchfield County, but I have a feeling the Weather Service is going to add that county at least by Tuesday. Temperatures right now are in the 70s, very mild and muggy. Look at the dew points setting the stage already, although dew points may actually go down tomorrow a little bit. Visibility down. We have areas of fog down across southeastern areas, and we have a shower, and a heavy shower at that, up in northwestern Connecticut, up there in Salisbury and Norfolk. And that system is moving down to the south. It's just a little front coming on down. You could even have a lightning strike, but nothing severe. And otherwise, tonight we're going to have temperatures holding in the upper 60s to lower 70s. It heats up quickly tomorrow with temperatures averaging into the 90s, low to mid 90s tomorrow in inland areas. Here's your planner. Heating up quickly. It is going to feel like 95 to up near 100 by tomorrow afternoon. Here's the actual temperatures. Again, low 90s, maybe getting into the mid 90s in the Connecticut River Valley. Coming up, I will detail how long the heat lasts, what you can expect this weekend, when you can expect the next chance for showers and storms. All the details on your Fox 61 7-day forecast in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Sam, thank you. The governor says Connecticut's hot weather protocol starts tomorrow at noon, and that means cooling centers will be open to keep everyone safe from the extreme heat. For more information on cooling centers and where to find the one closest to you, dial 211 or visit 211ct.org online. We have that information available on fox61.com as well. Well, new tonight, we're learning, the man shot on Crown Street in New Haven wasn't part of a fight. Police say he was just a bystander. The 23-year-old from Stratford remains in critical but stable condition tonight. He was hit early Saturday when a fight broke out near a bar at the intersection of Temple Street. Officers say the shooter missed his intended target, striking the victim. Instead, no arrests have been made. If you saw this happen, you have anything to add to the investigation, call New Haven Police.
We've learned of a bizarre break-in at a home in New Britain. Police tell us a group of teens forced their way into this home on Stanley Street last night. We're told pepper spray was used, but it's not clear if it was used by police or the teens during the break-in. No one was seriously hurt. We also don't know if there were any arrests. We have calls out to learn more about what happened.
And state police have identified the man killed in a motorcycle crash in Thompson Saturday night. 57-year-old Robert White of Thompson died after colliding with an SUV on Fabian Road. He was taken to Day Kimball Hospital but did not survive. The driver of the other vehicle was also hospitalized. The crash is still under investigation. And we're learning more about a small plane accident at Wyndham Airport. The FAA now confirms a Beechcraft BE-23 veered off the runway during takeoff just before 8 p.m. Friday. 2 people were on board, but no injuries were reported. The Connecticut Airport Authority says the airport closed temporarily but reopened later that evening. The FAA is now leading the investigation.
Well, the countdown to back-to-school season is on, and in Hamden, one local organization is making sure students start the year ready to go, from fresh supplies to fresh haircuts. Today's giveaway was about more than just pencils and paper, though. Fox 61's Joe Monty was there to show us how the community banded together to support those in need.
Concorp, a Hamden-based nonprofit organization, rallied the community to help kids go back to school, and the kids are having a blast doing it. the back-to-school giveaway to remember.
This is the true sense of what a community is and does for their people.
Kids and families from the Hamden area came to the lab at Concorp because in another few weeks, they'll be back in class. Elaine Roper with Concorp has spearheaded this event for the last 4 years. It's a personal mission for her.
It does my heart good. I have 6 children of my own, and there was a time when I needed to get backpacks for them and a backpack giveaway, so this has a special place in my heart to help families, even with just a few supplies in the backpack.
Roper has been working on this year's event since March. Many of the backpacks were purchased by Elaine and her team with monetary donations from people and businesses in the area. She's amazed at how generous the community can be.
The community showed out and showed up and supported the service providers, the vendors, they showed out. Concorp showed out and showed up, so it was really great.
The kids got backpacks full of supplies. Raheem, a boy at the giveaway, showed us what he got.
I had got plastic markers. I have sharp coloring pencils. I have a notebook, and I have another notebook, then I have some crayons to write with.
Tanji Ormsby is a single mom who brought her kid to the giveaway. She's lived in the Hamden and New Haven area for her entire life. She explained why these events are needed in the community.
Little things like not have to worry about a book bag or certain supplies, you know. This is really a great way for the community to come together.
Not to mention, kids got a fresh meal, played in a bounce house, and some even got their back-to-school haircuts.
I'm having an amazing time. I'm loving all the backpacks and all the food and the candy. I love the bounce house. I love everything around here, and we get free backpacks.
It's not too late to help kids with back-to-school supplies. You can reach out to Concorp or to Elaine directly. She says they're always looking for people to help. You can find more information on our website, fox61.com. In Hamden, Joe Monti, Fox 61.
Great turnout there.
It does, yeah.
Well, remember that massive lizard that escaped from a home in Webster, Massachusetts last week?
Yeah, it's back in the headlines now after someone spotted it here in Connecticut. Take a look here. This is Goose, a 5-foot water monitor lizard who busted out of a second-story window. That must have been a sight. Happened this month, and he's been on the run ever since. Now he's turned up in Thompson. Someone claimed to have seen him under a car near Little Pond, but he slipped away before animal control arrived.
Officials say the lizard was being kept illegally in Massachusetts. They're now working with a reptile specialist to capture him. Well, Goose isn't considered dangerous, but authorities warn not to chase or approach the animal, and if you see the lizard, call police or animal control right away.